build foundations first, because without those you can't scale. Thank you. Yep. Hi, I'm Ahmad Nayeb, Global Vice President of Business Development at DataIQ. At the DataIQ, our aim is to help organizations get control over their AI talent, processes and technologies to ultimately unleash the creation of analytics, models and agents. For that, I'm passionate to create, together with our teams in marketing, sales leadership and others, go-to-market initiatives that align with this approach and that will help our customers ultimately benefit from the value of the universal AI platform. Personally, I work with typically Gen Z talent, and I'm really passionate about developing them, helping them, and ultimately, of course, growing them into other functions within DataIQ and beyond. Our go-to-market strategy is built on a simple belief. AI must be practical, trusted, and provide real impact. And for that, it's super important to meet customers indeed where they are. This can be they are just starting with their AI journey, or they are ready to scale AI across their enterprise. So on one side, it's important that our product is adapting to that. So we have different offerings for different teams. And on the other side, it's important that our go-to-market teams conduct quite a bit of research to really understand where prospects are in their journey. Because if we haven't understood where they are, we haven't really earned the right to then understand their ambitions further. Yeah, it's true. Every company today has become an AI company, but the reality is that at DataIQ we've been helping organizations to get what we call their return on AI, ROAI, for over a decade. For us, for our go-to-market teams, research is actually central to understand where the customers are indeed in their journey, but also to understand what we potentially can do to differentiate ourselves from a customer perspective. We know how we are different. It's our unique value proposition and our ability to innovate. But typically our customers, because of the noise, can sometimes be overwhelmed with it all. So it's up on us to clearly articulate that value. Every BDR is more efficient and more effective leveraging AI, and it will continue to do so. But if we go back a bit into the modern history of prospecting, for example, when I started as BDR 14 years ago, at the beginning it was all about product knowledge, knowing your product really well and making many calls. As a result, actually, emails became more effective simply because inboxes were not cluttered. Then, with the rise of technology, it was all about working smart. So actually, LinkedIn, for example, helped us to understand our personas better and personalize our approach before even reaching out. And then you had sales engagement platforms, such as Outreach, that enabled us to scale. However, at some point it became really easy to hide behind the screen as a prospector and just focus on emails only. And inboxes were crowded, so it was hard to differentiate. And actually people who picked up the phone and were calling became more efficient. Now with the rise of AI, it's not just about working hard, it's not just about working smart, it's doing both and at the same time being innovative in each approach. Because the role of BDR slightly changed over time. So at the core initially was information sharing years ago. Now it's all about generating curiosity in a world where you need to educate prospects as well, because there is a lot of choice. So I think ultimately AI will continue to shape this role, but also other roles within a go-to-market and within a company. And if I have to do a prediction, in 5 years I believe we will see two types of companies. One, companies who actually figure out how to elevate the BDR role in an AI-driven world and how to make it more strategic than it even is today. So they will continue to invest and invest more. And on the other side, you will have companies that actually can't figure out or don't want to figure out how to elevate the BDR role, and they will divest. So that alignment starts really at the very top. So we're fortunate at DataIQ we have a CRO who really embraces pipeline generation and everything go-to-market related. So key to creating a high-performing culture is that first the what needs to be very clear. And then we need to all understand why it all matters. And then we need to lead our teams with how it can be achieved and continuously inspire them on that. For that, cadence is critical, so you need to be consistent in your cadence. Of course, you need to be agile, so that when the results are not there or not in the direction, either learn, because maybe you can pivot your strategy a little bit, or take other measures, for example, invest in tooling that may help you with whatever it is that is not going well. Central to all of this is, of course, people. So for the people, I think what is really helpful, aside from understanding the what, why and how, is that you have a culture where people are encouraged to innovate, people are encouraged to maybe fail, but fail fast, and that whatever it is that you do, that you will have an element of fun in it, especially when you lead a team of go-to-market teams. Culture is created, I strongly believe, not at the top, but really by each individual, each member of the organization. And as long as they get the clarity from the top, they need to be empowered to help build that culture. Scaling globally is all about local trust. So we'd like to think globally, but really act locally. So central to my leadership is empower people, give them the trust that they need. After all, you hired them for a reason. And I think it's also important that we are extremely clear on our ideal candidate profile, because when people are central to our success, not every role is right for every A player that we want to hire. So we need to be very clear in terms of our ICP, in terms of hiring, on what type of person can actually succeed in the role that we have currently open, with the circumstances that we have and the objectives that we have for this role. So I believe that as much as what we do should be AI-driven, but human-controlled and steered, of course. We have invested quite a bit in actually AI use cases that are around research, because for us it's critical to understand our prospects, our prospective customers in terms of where they are, and research can take quite a bit of time. But AI will help us to not just gain the time, but also improve the research that we do based on our customer needs. At the same time, we actually started our first AI use case 2 years ago, internal use case, developed in the DataIQ platform. That was a starting point for us. But I'm really excited on the AI roadmap that we recently laid out, which covers almost every single use case that a BDR or an AE can have when they are prospecting. So yes, it's super important for us, and I think this is just the beginning. So if I was an individual contributor and I could just take one tool with me from everything that I have, it would be Sales Navigator. For me, it's really a non-negotiable. We measure the impact working closely with our customer success team from LinkedIn, who are fantastic, providing us insights. We work close with our business operations team, and of course, there are fantastic data and insights that we get by having the management controls on Sales Navigator. For us, what's really important is not just the volume, not really about how many people we reach out to via Sales Navigator or how many people we find and connect with, but the quality of it. So our in-mail acceptance rate, for example, is really important. Our connection acceptance rate is really important for us. So it's really about the conversions, not just about the quantity. And if you are able to find a good balance between the two, you've done really well. So for us, Sales Navigator, yeah, it's a non-negotiable, and the feature that I think many of my team can't live without is the advanced search. If we connect it with our go-to-market, what's important there? It's really important to meet customers where they are, and these advanced search capabilities will help us to narrow our search as much as possible and be intentional and actually reach the right prospects at the right time, which will be a win-win. A win for us, but also a win for our prospect, because they will have an outreach that actually will provide value to them. Okay, quick fire questions. All right. So, leadership inspiration, books or podcasts? For me, it's podcasts all the way, yes. Decision style, bold bets or calculated steps? I think I really have to pick one, but it would be calculated steps. Scale fast or build foundations? Build foundations first, because without those you can't scale. Nimble and reactive or structured and deliberate? I'll pick structured and deliberate. Delegate or dive in? Dive in, I think. First mover or fast follower? It may contradict the prior a bit, but risky first mover. Culture first or performance first? Culture first, because if you have that, the performance will come. Innovate internally or partner externally? Innovate internally and then partner externally after. I've learned a lot from great mentors over the years, but the one that I almost apply every day is prepare for the worst, hope for the best, and eventually you're going to meet somewhere in the middle. In other words, never stress.